I don't know if you got my subscribe. Did you?
Well, people subscribe, but I don't, because there are no pictures and there are no real names, I don't really know.
I put JE004932.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Jose Esparza, so that's
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I just click subscribe.
So apparently there are other people who are not my students who also subscribe to me.
Oh, really?
Because
It says like 54 people or something.
Not that many?
I think that probably 11 or 12. Yeah. But I don't have that many.
I thought there was more than that.
No. So, but they probably stumble upon because I don't advertise. I don't put Wing Chun as a heading. So if people happen to type in Paksao, well, they'll see it because every class has a name. Paksa drill, the full drill.
so
If they happen to hone it, okay, good. Then they gain something.
Okay.
If they don't, they don't.
There's a bunch of Wing Chun stuff everywhere.
Oh, yeah. But if I go Wing Chun, then people see it. It's not, the class videos are not intended for them. Of course, it's intended for people who can't make it.
Right.
Oh, I can watch it, because they understand what we're doing.
I watched a couple of the other videos you posted. There was the one Russian instructor. Is that the one you're talking about beating up his students a little bit, where he keeps thumping them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's like,
Yeah. It was a little over the top, but it was kind of neat still.
oh yeah. But, I mean, most instructors have this ego thing, They think, they are under the impression that they have to project themselves as invincible, very good fighter. I don't believe in that. I always use the former Laker coach, Phil Jackson. Right.
Okay.
Right. Obviously, he used to play. He's tall, right? But has anybody ever heard of him? No. That's just exactly my point. You don't have to be a great fighter in order to teach, right? Knowledge does not necessarily transform you into a great fighter, because if you lack the necessary physical attributes, right? But we're born in this body, whether we like it or not. This is what we have. Some people are faster, some people are slower, some people are in between, some people longer arms, okay? We are different. But knowledge can be shared. Exactly. Correct. But there's some great fighters who may not be great teachers.
True.
You ever see,
I have.
do you see Jordan teaching? Air Jordan?
No.
That basketball player? Right? Even if he teaches, he's not known to be a great teacher. Otherwise, people will say, so-and-so lead his team to 5 championships. Okay? Lakers said, how many times? 3 times? He got 3 peats, right? Okay, so this is his leadership. He knows about his players, teach players strong points and weak points. He knows how to organize his team. Right. See that? That's different from, okay, I'm going to play because it's, no, it's not the same thing. Okay? An instructor needs to know how to demonstrate, right? You don't see those people who, Greg Jackson, who is GSP coach, does he fight? I've never heard of him, right? He's a fighter, right? So that's my point. You need to know how to demonstrate. You need to have certain abilities. But your job as a teacher is to teach, not to promote yourself to be the best. So everybody worships you. That's not the point.
Yeah.
Or fears you. Everybody fears you. Your students should not fear you. Okay? So, those people who abuse their students, it's shameful. Very shameful. Just to show off your skills. Okay? But plus, when your students are demonstrating with you, he's not going to beat you, what makes you look good. So they take a beating.
Yeah.
a lot of these things surface when the instructors compete with other people. Randy Williams, for example, okay? He has videos out, he has all this out, right? And then I saw him in a video doing Qigong with some other guy. All those beautiful things, wonderful things he's doing with the students to demonstrate. Because you're not working with a little partner. Okay? The other one is going to resist. Their job is not to make you look good. Alright? So take these demonstration videos with a grain of salt, knowing that the person who's demonstrating with him is a student, is their students. Okay? They will put up some fight to make the demonstration realistic. But just know that that's not real.
Right.
Two things. One, to make the instructors look good. Second, to fear. Okay? They fear the instructor. They ask them. Okay? So, I'm just anybody. Okay? And I don't call myself a master because I don't think myself a master. I'm a teacher. Most of all, I think of myself as a guide, a tour guide.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on the journey, so I know the way. I'm guiding you, that's all. And you still have to do the walk.
Correct.
But they use the example of basketball coaches when they talk about great coaches and great players, and they're not usually the same.
Nope.
It's usually a very mediocre player that ends up being a great coach.
Absolutely.
Because he has to know the drills forward, backwards, because it's like that movie about the guy that played football. What was that stupid movie of Matt Damon? Yeah, it wasn't stupid, but it's dumb because I can't remember.
Football or
Yeah, it was football.
rugby?
He got into one university for one season or one game, whatever. But he had to work his butt off just for that, because he was very subpar player.
Was he? This is when he was much younger?
Matt Damon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a movie. Yeah.
Okay,
When he
because
was
the one...
It was probably 10 years ago. That
Rudy or
maybe Rudy.
yeah, where he was the shortest one or something. Like
Yeah.
that? I don't think that one that Damien. I know.
Oh, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
That
It was
that
just the
guy?
shortest one.
Yeah, it was a chubby kind of...
Yeah,
chubby face
yeah.
looking guy.
Yeah, what's his name? I know you're talking about that. It wasn't
Yeah.
called Rudy.
Yeah.
He's maybe not as famous as Matt Damon, but he's
Correct.
somewhat well known.
Yeah, he's known. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I
picture
think
him,
he's
yeah.
the guy. He's actually the guy who played in the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's his face. Yeah.
It's not very tall, but you know,
Right.
yeah, he's Aston, something Aston.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really, I
Yeah,
don't know what
anyway,
it
anyway.
is.
But they have to work so hard to know the drills forward, backwards.
Yep.
And that's what makes them, you know,
Right. Exactly.
good coach.
Yeah. So I always say it's not enough just just to be a student. It is not enough to be just a practitioner. Okay. When you're a student, you're learning and you practice. Okay. So you practice Wing Chun. It's not enough just to be a practitioner. You also have to be a scholar, which means you study.
Mhm.
You know, from a very analytical standpoint, rather than collecting techniques.
Yeah.
So that's why from the very beginning I introduced the principle of yin and yang. This allows you to turn everything into gold. Okay, truly, I was given, and I gave you guys a Midas touch. You know, Midas touch is from a.
love for commercial.
No. Okay, so you guys are too long. Okay, Midas. Anything is a mystical figure in Greek mythology that anything he touches turns to gold. That's called Midas touch. Okay. I used it when I was younger. In my college days, I studied foreign English literature. You know, so we had to study Greek mythology, Shakespeare, all that stuff. So anyway, so the Midas touch, you touch the gold, or you landed on Treasure Island where you dig this treasure. You don't have to say where's the X. You just dig. There's treasure. You dig the treasure, and the effort. You have to do the effort. the treasure doesn't come to you. You have to do the digging.
Mm.
But once you landed on Treasure Island, everywhere you dig is treasure because of the yin and yang principle. Those guys, Justin, Mike, and Beretta Barricade couldn't come today because he's getting ready to go to Peru. His mother slipped and broke her hips, and she had surgery, and so he's going to Peru, where his parents reside, to help heal her.
That's true, he was telling me last week, yeah.
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 Next week.
Okay.
So those guys are learning swords. You guys are also learning swords. Right? Same things, no difference. But once you get to the sword form, then you realize, oh, there's a reason why from the tip of the sword to the handle is about this long, 12 inches. Some people are longer arms, but on average, it's about 12 inches. So this is your sword right here. Okay? And then everybody said the same thing. Once they knew about this, once they started learning and immersing themselves in the sword, and they flip back to empty hands, they feel their power triple.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I said it many times before, and I don't think anybody else has said it. May have. I haven't encountered that. People making that statement. Weapons in modern day terms is really devices to further make your body more fluent. It is not geared toward fighting another guy with a weapon. Okay, it's not about that. It's about further enhance the the fluency of the body. Okay, without further ado, we're going to go into kind of separate a little bit more. Perfect. I want to make sure I teach you guys. Perfect. All right. Good. We're going to warm up just very quickly, okay? If you left hand stand, just do dark, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and retreat. 1, 2, 3, 4, and walk back. Dark. 1, 2, 3, 4, retreat. 1, 2, 3, 4, and walk back. Okay, you want to walk forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shuffle forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shuffle back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk forward. Shuffle forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shuffle back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk back. Side step to your left. 1.
To that way.
Okay, walk forward. Walk forward. All right. Side step to your right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Side step to your left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And walk back. Walk forward. Walk forward. Side step to your right. 1, 2, 3. Side step to your left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk forward. Side step to your left. To your right. 1, 2. Walk back. Walk back. Very good. All right. Okay, and step back into training stance. Good. Right hand forward. All right. We're going to review the four corner. Okay. This time, rather than close fist, we will open hand. Okay? Ideally, according to the gospel of the Big Brother, Yin and Yang, if your arms, your hands are on the same level, you want to do Yin and Yang. One palm up, one palm down. But if you're doing different levels, they can both be down or up.
Right.
Okay? Your body still feels comfortable. Okay? So we're gonna go, you know the sequence, right? 1 to 5, right? 1, 2, right?
Yep.
3, 4, and 5, right?
Yep.
Right? So, we're too slow. Okay, do it slowly, okay? So first time's up, strike. Good, okay? And then you're gonna switch, okay? The attacking hand becomes defending hand. The defending hand becomes attacking hand. So, you start with Tansa, okay? And then it becomes Paksa. So if I take it apart, one hand, defend, attack. The other hand, attack, defend. Okay? Very good, okay. This is the point. It is not enough just to memorize the sequence. Because if you just memorize the sequence, then it becomes a hint. We have to be able to construct, master, and deconstruct. Deconstructing is the application. Okay? So you don't use a form to fight, but you use pieces of a form to fight.
Yep.
Okay, this is what, because the form has to have a sequence, but fights never follow that sequence because
Correct.
the variables, the unpredictability of the other person's reactions. Okay? So, we start with everything in this drill is about using the front hand to defend, right? So if we do both hands together, which is called one beat, because both arms are doing the same thing, rather than 1, 2, is 1, right? And then 2, okay? This allows you to see the follow-ups, and it further reinforces the concept of take off where you left off. Okay? So take the front hand, for example. Front hand is doing tansa and strike, correct? Tansa defense and jumps on strike. Rear hand is doing fuksal attack, strike, and paksal defense. Okay? That is the important part. Not only do you want to memorize the sequence from 1 to 5, but you have to know, if I were to do it single-handed, how would I do it? Okay? So, 1, 2, you take it apart. One arm will tell me 1, 2. Well, 1, 2. Well, if you can do the regular pattern, then you can reverse it. If I can defend first, attack second, I can certainly attack first and defend second. The same thing, I can attack first and defend second. I can certainly defend first, attack second, which was illustrated in the Paksal drill. Remember that? Right? We have to make that connection. Okay?
Wow. Yeah.
So that's as a guy, I would say, you remember the thing we just passed? No, I'm a guy.
Oh, yeah.
We're going on a tour. They just say a nature tour, you know. So I'm picking out, directing attention. See that rock was shaped like a UFO spaceship, right? And then 2 miles down the line, do you remember that rock? Oh yeah. Okay. Because my job is to point out to where it came from, how everything's connected. So you know that the drill that you did a year ago or 2 years ago is connected to what we're doing right now. Nothing that you learn is isolated. You know, there's a saying, no man is an island. I can rephrase that. No movement is an island. Island is, if you look at an island, it's a rock sticking out of out of the ocean. Seemingly not connected to anything else, right? Correct. But it is. Way down is connected, otherwise it would flow away. Nobody ever thought about that. Oh, oh, that's rock, I can't, this is just something that comes out of nowhere, surrounded by water. But what they don't see, or don't realize that few miles, 10 miles, 20 miles down, is connected to another. So what I'm saying is that every drill, every movement that you learn seemingly can stand on its own, because they can. But we also know that they're really connected to something else. Okay? Just like the example I used of pie, you divide it into 8 pieces. Every single piece can be used independently. But they can also be used in conjunction with any other piece or any other pieces. Okay? So by itself, 1, 2, 1, 2. Together, 1, 2. Okay? Alright. So pan sao, hai pak sao, next one is lan sao. Lan sao, in this case, will may change into a backhand. Who's into a backhand? We're going to overhand. Okay? Right? And the next one is gan sao. Gan sao into another backhand. And you finish with a flip sao. Right? So I'm calling out these names referring to the defending hand. Han sao, Pak sao, Lan sao, Gan sao, Fuk sao. Okay? Alright. Ready? 1, Han sao. 2, Pak sao. 3, Lan sao. 4, Lan sao. Gan sao. 5, Fuk sao. Return. Han sao. Pak sao. Lan sao. Gan sao. And Lan sao. Fuk sao. Return. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same drill. Han sao. Pak sao. Lan sao. Gan sao. Fuk sao. Right. Right hand forward. Han sao. Pak sao. Lan sao. Gan sao. Fuk sao. Right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Alright, so that's repeating each side. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to switch back and forth. You start out by doing the left hand. Your last strike, if your left hand is the front, your last strike will be your right hand. Your right hand, then that right hand is going to come down. So you always go left, right, left, right. Okay? Okay, so left side first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, right hand in the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left in the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right in the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left in the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right in the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left in the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right in the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left in the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Okay? Okay, so you notice the method is so simple. It's according to the gospel of the Yin and Yang. You either repeat or you switch. You repeat the same side for a few times, the other side a few times, and then you switch back and forth. Now, the other side of the Yin Yang is to do it backwards. Instead of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's when things starts to change. Okay? Your attacks will change because the sequence changed. Okay? So let's give it a shot. Okay? Front hand is left. Okay? We're going to start with Fuxia defense, your front hand. Okay? Fuxia is right here. Right? So there's no change here. You're doing a jump or strike. Right? And then the next one, you need to do number 4. Right? See, before number 4 is a back hand. Now it turns into a jump up. Okay? This is the organic part. Like we used to say, China is very organic. It grows. Sometimes it feels like it has a mind of its own. Right? Well, yeah, if you do this, then your next one is there. You find says, do it.
It's not a technique, it's
Correct.
Right? See how things change? Right? Because the sequence changed. We really embrace change. Nothing stays the same. If you stays the same, don't grow. There's no growth. Okay? Right? So if we're doing 5 and then 4, 3 is a line south. 3. Okay? Here's the interesting part. Okay? Your line south is your left arm. Right there. You see it? If you do pops out, it's perfect setup. All right? And then when you finish this, 1. Just here, see? 1.
Yeah.
Right. Okay? You just have to experience. You keep in mind, whichever hand you just use to attack needs to defend. Whichever hand you just use to defend needs to attack. Okay? So I attack with my right hand, defend with my left, which means my next set of movements needs to be reversed. Defending hand becomes attacking hand. Attacking hand becomes defending hand. Boom, right there. All right. Same thing. My attacking hand, which is my left hand, needs to defend. But my defending hand, my right hand needs to attack. Right there. Same thing. Think about it. My defending hand, which is right here. And my attacking hand needs to go right there. Right? Again, left hand needs to defend, right hand needs to attack.
It's like a
Easy.
book is written out for you.
Yeah.
Exactly. It, in essence, is if you follow his guidance. It's not my guidance.
Correct.
I would never say it's my creation. I cannot create something which already exists.
Yep.
I discovered it. That's the only credit I can take. Okay?
For yourself in your own way, and now you're able to put it, organize it, and teach it.
Absolutely.
Guide us.
Yeah. I can say I aspire to be Phil Jackson. I know the game. Okay? I may not be able to enter into a C5. At first, I'm too old. 62 years old. No, and I have a bulging disc. No, I can't get into grappling if they're going to crush me. You know, I can't do all that thing. You know, so but given the opportunity, I make someone a great fighter. That's something I firmly believe. I have the knowledge.
Too bad you couldn't go knock on a door somewhere.
Yeah.
See, most people don't believe that. Most people still think that Kung Fu is this dance-like.
That's traditional. It's set order of movement.
Right. Yeah. They still
It's
have
not
that.
organic.
No. they still think this is just for demonstration art. It's not just something else. But that's okay. All right, so let's left side forward. Okay, we're gonna start from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And go back to same side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. 复扫，单扫，拉扫，拍扫。Hansa. Very good. Right hand. Same drill. Starting with number 5. 1. Fusa. 2. Gansa. 3. Lansa. 4. Paksa. 5. Hansa. Good. Back to right side forward. Fusa. Defense. Dancer defense. Lancer defense. Hansa defense. Hansa defense. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Futsal defense. Dancer defense. Lancer defense. Paksa defense. Hansa defense. Right, in break.
We first started the right side, it felt more natural, and then it fell apart.
No, what happened is we did this last week. That's why I got this.
And
Don't feel bad, guys. I was the same way. I'm like,
as soon as we go foot style, and I throw the other hand, I'm not attacking with a jump style. So now I end up like this. I'm like, uh-oh. Then I'm already one step behind. It was fun.
I would like that.
I like that.
That's what we go like.
Yeah.
Then you get to walk.
End up in a knot.
This is what I mean by beating the horse to death. And then some.
Yeah. No, I mean, if we were practicing on our own, as much as we should or wish we could, we've heard it from you before. Hey, if you did it forward, do it backwards.
Right.
So just practice. Find the
And I know how to play with it, but I have never thought of it structured enough. So
Hey, that's why I'm here.
Like me, I got the other one where it's this,
Right.
this, and then I would switch and I'll do the same thing, but I know how to do it in order. But now backwards, I haven't practiced. I'm like, backwards, I haven't done it backwards.
And also, it feels different, very different. when
Oh,
you
yeah.
Open hand.
Oh, yeah.
All of a sudden, it's like a new drill.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I know this.
I've sensed that too. Yeah, I felt that.
That is the depth of the skills now, rather than just width. You don't know a lot of stuff. We don't want to know a lot of stuff. It's just confusion.
Correct.
We just want to know a few things, but we know those few things better than anybody else. We don't know 100 ways to kill. We just know one way. That's all we need.
Where are you good at it? Huh?
That's right.
You have to remind me, there's a website called The Chive, and they have all these different categories, like daily randomness, or today's awesomeness, you know, they just have all kinds of crazy pictures of, you know, people who do things on their own way, and they show all these people doing stuff, you laugh at it now. Or there's one called Darwin doesn't have anything on these people, and it's just people doing stupid things, you know. But one of the categories last week was quotes by Bruce Lee. And there was like at least 13 different quotes. That was pretty neat. Like a couple of them you already knew, you know, don't focus on the things that you're
Right, exactly.
But there were some longer ones that I never heard. And I'll have to show you, because must have been one of his longtime students that had something to say about it. It was kind of neat. Yeah, so you have to figure out to find that and show you.
So one of the things that we want to remember is learning the drills is like building a boat. Okay? From one end, you know, say you're traveling on a journey, and then suddenly you came upon a river. Okay, how do I go from this to the other? There's no bridge. There's no other boats to take me in. So you get a blueprint, you get materials for your boat, and you build one. Right? The building process, that's very important. Because you know, you're learning and you're eventually mastering how to build a boat. Here's what you do. You use the boat to cross. Look at me.
Hello.
So use the boat to travel across the river to the other side. Once you get there, what do you do with the boat?
Make sure it doesn't float away.
Oh, you're not coming back? I don't know.
What do you do with the boat?
Okay.
You leave it,
You moor it. You tie it to the.
or do you take it with you? Because what if I run into another river? Because you don't know what the journey lies ahead.
Yeah, but now you have something to carry. Now you got to carry it.
So what's the answer? Do you leave the boat or do you carry the boat?
You take the blueprints. You can build another one later.
Is that the answer?
Yeah.
So basically you're saying you leave the boat.
Yeah, you need the book.
You already know the book, how to build a boat.
Ah, there you go.
Most martial artists, no offense to people out there, tend to carry the boat with them. It took me 6 years to learn to get a black belt. I'm not about to give up to learn a new thing. Even no matter how much sense this particular discipline makes, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to start from a black belt again. Why do I need the boat?
We left the boat.
But if you tear the boat, it's going to weigh you down, make your journey that much longer, to
Correct.
exhaust you.
Correct.
I already know how to build a boat. Next time, boom, you're done. Right? Because you already know. You have the knowledge with you. It's the same thing. That is the formless part. Here's the form. Right? You got to do the form. You can learn all these things we're doing right now. But when you actually fight, you don't use the form to fight. You take it apart, which is being here. That's why we do the deconstruction all the time. From 1 to 5, it's the form. From 5 to 1, that's breaking the form. All right? So I want to do the same thing from 5 to 1, this time, left, right, left, right. You're still doing the same thing, because you're going to the switch now, right? So from left side forward, okay, start with 5. 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, right side forward, same thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left side, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right side, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left side, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Good job. Good job. So when you encounter that freezing in between actions, you're actually learning. You actually grow this growth.
It's like you're short-circuiting and
Yeah.
rewiring.
Exactly, that's exactly what's happening. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, that's really bad. How come I cannot do it?" And I welcome those freezes because that means you're trying to connect. You know, oh, there. Now it's connected. Okay, that's learning.
I like it. Very cool.
That's what's called learning. You have to learn it. No one can do something they've never done before the first time.
Correct.
It's impossible. Very good.
Next.
Okay.
Yes.
Any questions? Good. All right. So now we're going to. I've heard or read somewhere one time. It's a very appropriate description of what we're doing here. It's like constructing sentences in grammar, right? You have a noun, you have a verb, you have a pronoun, you have adjective, you have adverb, right? It's just like that. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 numbers. You have 5 numbers, then you start playing with combinations. We did one already. We go forward and backwards, right? Now we're going to do using number 1, which is Han's defense, as our starting point. We go 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, and 1, 5. This is, you truly understand what I meant by each movement is looked at as a piece of the 8 pieces of the pie. This is how you see piece number 1 can be joined or used with piece number 2. Piece 1 can also be used with 3, 4, 5, and so on and so on. And this is again becomes very organic because now you're mixing the sequence now. The results will be different.
Yes, I know.
Alright, okay? This is the R&D process, research and development. Okay, by the way, when you do a full stop strike, make sure you are elbows down rather than elbow to the side.
So down.
Yeah, right, rather than this way. And this is different from this. Okay. Alright, so let's start with 1, 2. No, we've done that already. Okay. 1, 3. Okay. 1, 3. 3 is lines, all right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in the initial stage, it's important to connect the numbers with the actual movement. Okay. Hansa is 1. Hansa is 2. Lansa is 3. Gansa is 4. Fuxa is 5. Okay? So Hansa, Lansa. That's 1, 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
1. Now you start to see the similarity between the Paksa and the Lansa. Paksa is high, Lansa is low. This is even more evident when you start doing double swords. Okay? So use this as weapon. Okay, so okay, now here let me show. Okay, so paksa is this, right? This is paksa, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
This is tansa. Okay? Paksa, tansa, right? Okay. So you have. Wait.
Sorry.
Okay? All right. So you swing this way, right? And I kick. Okay? Now, it's different when you have a weapon than empty arm, empty hand. Weapon, this is sharp. I want to make sure this guy is controlled at all times. Even when I attack, I don't want to go, see, now he can just, right. So I want to do check. Now, if I do a tansao, do like this. If I do a lansao, do like this. Cool. That's why I said when you're learning empty hand, are you doing this? Check, cut. Check, cut. This will be hot sound. This will be blunt sound. High and low, that's all. All right? Look, if the U.S. military special forces training double swords like that,
Unstoppable.
unstoppable. Because those are short, easy to conceal. Rather than one dagger, have two. Man, 1 against 100. Easily.
Take them out.
Yes. Especially stealth. No guns necessary. Throw, throw, throw. You can't even scream. That's right. All right? And it's really stealth movement, okay? But, hey, I'm not in charge of the military. If I were, as a youthman, I would say, hey, forget about this hand-to-hand combat. This is trained in Pak Jong Do. 8/9. Just the name itself is scary.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Oh, the U.S. military trains in 8/. Whew. Yeah, they're truly invincible. You don't have to. These swords are designed for against long weapons.
Oh, yeah?
Just like a short boxer, what do? We cut the distance right away.
Correct.
Because he's not going to stay out and get pop, pop, pop. He's going to go in and start doing this. All right. Since you can't carry that with you, it's too obvious. Right? Those are ideal. But in the old days, in China, that's normal to see someone carry the weapons. Yeah. That's different society. So anyway, from here we have 1 and 3. Okay. Just think of 1, 2 is high, or 1, 2 low. Right. Okay. So let's do this 4 times. Okay. 1, 3. 1, 3. Say it again. 2, 3. 3, 3. 4, 3. Right side forward. Same thing. 1, 3. Right side forward. And 2, 3. By the way, you notice
higher?
Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2.
Yeah.
I'm just counting. Yeah.
Okay.
Counting 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3.
Okay.
Okay. As opposed to the actual 4, which is the gansa.
Okay.
And you notice the tansa is slightly different. The direction is different. The direction, rather than sideways, is backwards. Okay. In terms of the sword, you can look at it this way. Okay? From here. Here. Okay, see? I'm using the flat part, side. So it's sideways like this. Now, if I'm using the back, as you come in, it'll be like a chip.
And that's it.
Yes, that's the back, like this.
Ah, I got you.
See that? Like that, rather than This one, when you use the side, is for control. There's more control. This one is for pure fast speed. Like that. Okay? Yeah. Okay? Yes. Okay? That's why I go back and forth to see. Wait, I was taught Tansan is this way. How come he's doing this? Well, because I'm doing this now. I'm chipping. Yeah. See? It's like a ricochet.
Yeah.
And then he bounce on his arm. Right.
This takes longer.
Yeah, but it's for a different purpose. That's for more control. You want to feel where his arm is and control that arm. Where he slips away from you, you know. With this, you're not concerned about controlling our arm. You're concerned about quickness. Okay? All right, right side again. 1 and 3. Okay. 1, 3. So we're still doing the same thing. Okay? We just count the number 2. 2, 3. 3, 3. 4, 3. One more time. 1, 3. 2, 3. 3, 3. 4, 3. Very good. Back to left side forward. The next one will go 1, 4. Okay? 1, 4. 2, 4. 3, 4. 4, 4. Right side. 1, 4. 2, 4. 3, 4. 4, 4. Okay? The attacking hand, defend. Right?
Was this the right travel?
Yes.
Path?
Right. Just cut through the center line. Your self center line. Your own center line. That's true.
It feels different.
Huh?
It feels different from everywhere. I don't know. Usually it's more circular or more up the middle. This kind of somewhere in between.
It is. It's angular.
Yeah.
It's angular.
I can feel the different muscles.
Yeah, that works. Right, right. Yeah. Okay, left side again. So the next one will be 1, 5. Okay? 1, 5. Very organic. Just say, which arm did I just use to attack? That needs to defend. That's all. Okay? 2, 5. 3, 5. 4, 5. Right side forward. 1, 5. 2, 5. 3, 5. 4, 5. Very good. Left side forward. Okay, the next one will be 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5. Okay?
Okay.
Right? Left side. All right. That's one way. Another way is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. You repeat it itself, but we don't need to do that. Okay? Yes, you can practice out. But right now we don't repeat the one we just did. Okay?
Okay.
So if you want to go 1,
Start with 2.
2. Maybe 2, 1,
2, 1. Oh, okay.
1.
2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5.
Ah,
Okay?
gotcha.
All right? Okay, so 2, right? Because this is how you end the 2. 2, 1.
Well, so you go from how you would end up. So you're not defending with the front hand. Where are you? Oh, you are.
Yeah, here.
Okay. Left hand.
Right. No, you are doing paksa. Right? Paksa.
And then,
2, 1.
I went.
Right. Now you notice something? When you use the rear hand, remember with practice, rear hand doesn't sweep back.
rear hand doesn't straight back. Yeah, correct. It's
Right, because if you want to sweep back, you need to do this. That's So waste of time.
Yep.
So it's first form. So that's the first form. Okay? So it's
Here.
from here to go 1. I mean, this is 2. 1. Okay? There, because you're starting fresh, you can make that strike anything you like. You can start by doing a jump out strike. You can also start by doing a full out strike. Oh, which is, hey, I did that before. Do that. You go from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember? 5, 4, 3, 2. See that?
Yep.
So you can start by 2 or 2. This is our job. Our job is to say, no, it has to be a jump start. No, it has to be a full start. Either way, because either you palm up or palm down, the yin yang system. Okay? There's no right or wrong way to do it. Anything you can do as a human is right. Just the right time to do it. Okay? So, we're going to start with just like we do this 1, 2. So use the jump side, okay? So from here, 1. I mean, this is 2. Okay? We're going to 2, 1. Come back. 2, 3, 1. Oh, you want to just walk a few times, okay? 2, 1. Come back. 2, 1. One more. 2, 1. Right side. Same thing. 2, 1. Right side. Okay. 2, 1. Right side. 2, 1. Right side. 2, 1. And last time. 2, 1. Very good. So you really appreciate this angle.
Yeah.
Because if your arms are too extended, there's no power.
I felt that.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. Always too extended, so.
Right. Exactly. So you strive to always come back to the same angle. It allows you to be able to generate a lot of power without having to retract the arm. Okay? All right, back to the left side again. So we're going to go 2, 3. Okay? So 2, 3. Back. 2, 3. Back. Okay? 2, 3. Last one. 2, 3. Right side. 2, 3. Right side. 2, 3. Right side. 2, 3. Right side. 2, 3. Last one. 2, 3. Left side. Take a break. Is this fun?
Oh, yeah.
Keep waiting for the song to start.
That's the fun part.
When you were asking us about what you do with the boat, I kept, and then you said, well, you can go up there, you got the blueprints. I kept thinking, yeah, and you'll probably never build the same boat.
With the same blueprints.
Well, you'll improve the next boat.
Absolutely.
Be different, you know.
Absolutely. Your first piece of work is always going to be inferior because you have never done it. With practice comes improvement. So your next boat, you know, okay, last time the angle wasn't right, you know, and then the tool I used was wrong. So it takes, now you know, oh, okay, in order to do that, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to shave this way, I'm going to grind this way, I'm going to file this way. And the next boat is going to be even better. It's going to be stronger, faster, you like it. That's why the phone used to be a brick. Remember, right? Cell phone, brick.
Yeah.
Just huge. Now it's become small, it's big again, but light, very thin. Because the components are getting bigger and smaller and smaller and smaller because they pack so many things in there.
watch
Right.
TV and everything.
Yeah,
They
I
have a
know.
bigger screen and all.
Samsung.
They will beat up somebody with their phone.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, based on that, the airplanes would still be the same as the right one.
I know.
Whenever the first airplane was, well, that's good enough. No,
Yeah.
it's not good enough.
Because we always want things better. That's human nature.
Yeah.
How can I do it better and cheaper? Cheaper. I don't want to sacrifice quality, but I want to make it cheaper. How do I make the components smaller so I can pack more features in there? Well, if someone says I have 10 features and I say I have 12, who's going to buy? Mine. I'm not going to buy yours. You want 10 features, I have 12. Someone says I want 15. You get 8 megapixel camera. I have 12 megapixel. And then Nokia came out. I have a 41 megapixel.
I know.
Yep.
Crazy.
They're already built. The thing is, they can't get around the market because they need to make money on what they built already. That's already old.
Right.
So
But see,
then
the thing is, you have 41 megapixel, but the rest of the stuff sucks.
True.
Right? You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
trade-off.
Yeah.
You're not gonna-
So you can't win with one feature, you know. So it's really the balance between Samsung and iPhone.
Yeah.
Samsung actually packs more features. I mean, have these things, you can actually flip the page just by gesturing.
Really?
I'm not kidding, really.
Well,
Just say you're going to look at your pictures by your album, okay. And if you're watching a movie, if you take your eyes away from it, it's freezing. It's freezing.
What? Jeez.
Someday everything will probably do that, huh?
Well, I've seen an ad I told you about the ad in the internet that says glass, 1 hour glass or whatever. It's your car becomes the computer. Your windows, you can just touch it and tint it. Almost like a screen on the thing, you just go like that, and it's black.
Yes, because the technology is already there.
Yep.
Right.
They just incorporate them in there now.
Yep,
okay?
the computers are just glass. You can put your computer in that glass. Almost like Iron Man. Remember?
Yeah.
What Iron Man has,
It's called,
is what's coming out.
no, it's called heads up is display. Everything is virtual.
Yep.
You know, because we have fields of vision. You can see something here and there at the same time.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you see it. So your eyes can focus right here or go through it.
Yep.
This is fighter jets already have that heads-up display.
That's crazy.
It's just about money, how much they want to put
Absolutely.
into the car.
They say, okay, you know, the first generation will cost you 40 grand, but then people won't buy it. But as you do more and more, it gets cheaper.
But sometimes you want to put it out there so you can get some feedback.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
okay, so what do you think?
Absolutely.
What
Now,
do you do this?
you know, it took me a while to get used to keyless.
Yeah, it's
But
cool.
I'm still, there's no place to put it.
Oh,
You know, the new cars now, you just push button,
Mm-hmm.
and you cannot leave it unlocked because it's gonna beep.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you left the key in the car, and you walk away from it, beep. What the hell is that? Oh, my key.
Oh, wow.
Reminds you. Yeah.
Nice.
No one can drive it. It's open, wide open. How are you gonna drive it?
You know what they need now? It's a fingerprint.
That's even better.
That's next.
Yeah. So no one can drive your car.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just
I mean,
fingerprint.
this is right there. See the IBM many years ago has a ThinkPad. You swipe it with your fingers to
Unlock it.
rather than a password. So much trouble. You have to, user. Every time you sign up at a website, you gotta put in your
Password,
use the
yeah.
same. They said don't use the same. People
Yeah, but how do you not,
Right, something. So my iPhone is full of passwords because I don't know. Okay, that's Google. What's my Google password?
Yep, yep.
I gotta look it up. But if you use your fingerprints,
You're done. In the car, if you forget to lock it, lock. It does it automatically.
Google is experimenting with driverless cars.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Because they are they have a very advanced mapping system. Google Maps is better than anybody else.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so everything is points to the satellite. So satellite sees exactly where you go. That's why you look at your iPhone. It tells you 20 minutes. How do you know? It knows where you are. It knows the traffic condition. It calculates.
The thing is, with that is, there's a delay.
Yes,
So
there's.
they have to make up for that, because if you're about to crash, it's doing this, because it's gotta do this,
Right,
it's a signal
but
doing this.
they already have sensors. They already have sensors, so it's not a problem. You
How
have
far
sensors.
apart though? The sensor has to
Because
be,
you can calculate that. That's why Google It's been driving in Northern California for months now.
That's crazy.
Driverless. You go on YouTube, the guy's like this, look at a camera, like this. And they have cars to self-park, parallel
Oh,
park.
that was like, yeah, it was like.
That's how you know the sensors. Otherwise, they're gonna bump into each other. So the technology already there. You know, I think Ford and SUV, I got the name of the SUV, has that capability. But that's been around, but the Japanese had that 10 years ago. So what you do is, you just, I don't know how to do it. It's just park for you. Perfect. That's the first time. It takes me 10 times to get in there, right? And there's a new technology. The car can move laterally.
What?
See that car?
That's,
The tires
that
turn
needs to
away.
happen for every car.
Yeah.
That's the tires turn away.
Yes. The car rotates this way. The car's facing this way. The tires and they go boom.
That
But
was-
how tight? It's
that
on
changed
YouTube.
everything.
That, forget the parking back like that.
You don't need that. Yes, it's supposedly mass production start next year. And it's only like 2 passengers and it sells for $10,000. I'm gonna buy one right away. Parking, you know? The tight squeeze, no problem. Get in there. Unbelievable technology.
motorcycle
That's just
already.
incredible.
You can just go right till you hit the curb because the tires will shock themselves.
Yeah, you know, the church, that's crazy.
You can tell this is all sensitive. How can a car judge this is? The only way is by sensor. It knows how many inches away from
That
front
Camry
of
has
the
144 different computers in it. And it doesn't park itself and it doesn't self-drive, but it's got 140
Exactly. That's why cars nowadays, if you bring it in every 5,000 miles, it's oil change, it never breaks down.
True.
Never breaks down.
That's true.
I have my Scion, which is a Toyota edition Scion, okay, for 5 years. Never once it broke down. The only thing that's got replaced is the brakes and the tires.
And the tires.
That's it.
Wear and tear.
Go there religiously every 5,000 miles. They always say, if you take care of your car will take care of you.
That's true.
Never get one smog. It does not need to be smog. Modern day cars don't need to be smog because they have to meet emission standards.
Right.
5 years I had that car, never get one smog.
That's crazy.
Okay? Now, this car went in for 5,000 miles, say, oil change? No, 10,000. Well, what am I here? Well, we'll check on other stuff. 10,000 miles.
Wow.
It's incredible. Okay, if technology is this way, wind chime should be the same way. It gets better and better. Every generation should be much
If you could just come and just touch your hand, okay, we got it up.
That's the blue pill.
That
I
was
feel like
great.
it should be less and less then.
No,
It should be less.
but you understand, to make the car this good, you know how many manpower, how many hours, how much research
The more
went
they do
into
it.
that. So when you drive a car, it's like fighting. But the actual fighting part is preparing you many years, many scientists in this room designing. That's what we're doing. We're doing the R&D. So when we need it, boom, it happens without thinking. All right. Okay? All right. So
Okay.
everything is connected, you know, whether it's science, arts, okay? And the beauty of Wing Chun or any martial art is about marriage between science and art. R&D is the science. Applications is art. It's what Bruce Lee says. How do you express yourself? That's what it is. I'm expressing myself this way. Physical. Okay? Alright, so we left out with 2, right? The next one will be 3. Okay, 3 is one side, right? So 3, 1.
Yeah, so 3 and 1.
Okay? 3,
Oh, 3 and 1.
1.
Wait, we're doing that?
Left hand, right? Okay?
Okay.
So the 3 is what? 3, right?
Yep.
1. Hands out, right?
So we're going here.
Okay, lines out. Hands out this way. So,
Yep.
right? Lines out. Hands out.
Change. Because one was this one, was the left.
Because you end up here, so you sneak
Yeah,
from
switch it.
underneath.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is a chip. We're not up high like we were before either, right? It has, or is it?
Well, it can be, it depends on the height of his arm.
Here, here.
Then,
Yeah, I saw that too, because you went lower versus higher.
How should we train it? Because I've seen
you
it kind of
should
go.
train it at several levels, different levels. Depends on, because right now there's no arm coming down here. So I'm thinking, I'm pulling down on the side. Okay. Right? So, looking forward, okay? So, backhand, okay? One.
Because here it feels natural kind of coming down.
Right, right. So you're pulling, you're pulling down this way.
One, two.
Right, because if I, so for example, right here, right, we're left handing same right this way, right? If I go backhand, right, and you check me, see it? Right there. That's exactly the sequence.
Okay.
Okay, so put it on me. Okay, so you're going to trap my rear hand with your line saw like this, right? Backhand, right, just like the form, just like the drill, right?
I'm gonna trap your.
With your rear hand because you're doing this. Right. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Boom. Now, Hansa back. See?
Yep.
See, it's a natural hook here. Okay.
That's cool.
Right. Okay. So left hand forward again. Okay. For 3, 1. Back. 3, 2. I mean, I'll keep calling the same thing. For 3, 1. 3, 1. One more. 3, 1. Right side. Same thing. 3, 1. Right side. 3, 1. Right side. 3, 1. One more time. 3, 1. Last time. 3, 1. Very good. Okay, so you can see going down is basically you touch the guy's arm, you're pulling. You're pulling like this. Forward is here, backward is here. There's a natural indication here. Allows you to go back.
Funny bit.
Okay, so we're here. Okay,
Right.
this side. Coming in. Use this arm to do line out. This hand. And then back hand to this. Right. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Come in. Oh, okay, see now, see it? Yeah. Cool. The same drill.
Yep.
Right?
That's how we practice.
Good?
Yep.
Okay. Ask any questions anytime it pops into your head. Okay. All right, so we did both sides already. Okay, so back to left side again. Right, we did right side, right?
Both sides.
Yeah,
We did both sides, yes.
So that was 3, 3, 1.
3, 1.
Okay. How about 4, 1?
4, 1.
Okay. 4 is the dancer. Okay. Again, dancer can be this way or this way.
Or we even go.
Yeah. You can go this way. Right?
Yep.
And 1 is what?
This way or this way, right?
Yes. Whichever hand you just use to attack needs to defend. Right?
True.
So I'm using jumps out to attack.
Yep.
Now I need to defend. Now the defensive hand, which is the gansa, needs to attack.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? That's one way. So this is the R&D comes in. If I go here and here, yes, I can make the attack. And granted, I'm attacking the throat, which does not need a lot of force to damage. But what if I want to use more power? How would I do it? Very organic. Yin and yang. This is yin, yang.
Yeah.
Or yang, right?
That's true.
Okay? You see how organic it is? It starts to dictate you. The movement itself, because the sequence changed, it starts to change. Because from here to here, there's nothing wrong with that, but there's no power. But if I go 1 and 2, oh, there's power there.
Yeah.
Right, so you have power, okay? And our job is also to see how does the body feel when you start rearranging the sequence. How does the body react to these things?
Body likes it, the mind wants to figure
Yeah,
out
the
how
mind's
to.
all like,
Yes,
"Oh."
but that's a normal process, okay? So one more time, left side forward, okay? All right, so we're doing number 4. We're doing jumps up,
Mhm.
jumps up with a guns up, right? So when you come back, so 1, 2, right? So it's like this. Remember? That would use.
Mhm.
The arm is. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that? That's it. No, that's the gansa will be he's throwing the hook.
Oh, here's,
Gansa.
yeah.
Right, so I'm throwing gansa. Boom. Right. So basically you are sticking to the arm. He's sticking to my arm as he comes up.
Now, we don't, as far as category, is that bridging? No.
Well, anytime 2 limbs come together, it's a bridge. Yeah. Anytime two limbs with their arms or legs come together, you create a bridge.
So it doesn't have to maintain contact, it just has to use it to get somewhere.
The bridging, the most advantageous part of bridging is allowing you to know where that weapon is, where that limb is at that moment. You can choose to stay with that limb, or you can that's the stick or run. Yeah.
So that's
Right. If you stick, then you're using the other hand to attack. If you run, you just kind of ricochet. Just kind of bounce off that limb. Right? Rather than stay and try to track. If you can, it depends on your goal. You want to do running, or you want to do some sticking, or you want to do half stick, half run. Okay, or pure stick. Pure sticking is grappling. That means blocking, choking, throwing, takedowns, actual grappling. That's pure stick. Your limbs never leave his body like this. Pure stick. Ideally, you want to do half stick, half run. Meaning controlling one limb and attacking, controlling one of his limbs with your one limb and use your other limb to attack. That's ideal. But you can also do pure running, which is like boxing. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means touch and go, touch and go. You touch and you go, don't stick to it.
Correct.
All right. So we were 4-1, right? 4-1. Okay, so we'll finish the left side, okay? So 4. Okay, now, let's look at, rather than using jamsa, how about using a fuksa?
Yeah.
Right? So fuksa, now, hansa. Right, yeah. No?
Yeah.
You're doing this, right?
Here.
You come back, see? Tends to hansa.
Yeah.
Right.
feels like you're splitting more that way.
Yes. Yes.
1, 2.
Right. See? Now you notice you're basically yin and yin. See? Palm down and palm down.
Yeah.
But the body doesn't reject because it's different level.
Correct.
Okay? All right. So continue with the left side. Okay? So first one we're going to attack with jamsa and then come back to the hansa. Second time we're going to do a fuksa straight and come back with hansa. Okay? 1, jamsa, hansa. 2 Fuxa Hansa, 3 Jansa Hansa, 4 Fuxa Hansa. Okay, right side, same deal. Okay, 1 Jansa Hansa. Okay, 2 Fuxa Hansa, 3 Jansa Hansa, 4 Fuxa Hansa. Okay, see the little freezes there?
Yeah.
That's normal because your body's trying to adjust. And I'm so used to 1, 2, 3, 4, and now you're asking me to.
Yeah.
Okay? So just play with it. What happens when I do Gansao and a Jiangsao? What happens when I do a Gansao and a Fuxao? Okay. So when you do these things, you start to see other things. From striking to locking. Now remember this movie right here? Right? We just mentioned it has that splitting feel to it. Okay. So in fact, if we go right here, they go boom. Okay. What's exactly what's happening? I watch my hand. Okay, only let go. Here, go. Right there. See? Right? Okay. Now I'm going to split. Do you stick or you doing a lock? Right? So you go from you transition between strikes and locks. Run and stick.
Strikes and locks, runs.
You go back and forth. The person never knows what's coming. Is it a punching game? No, I'm kicking too. Oh, it's a kicking game? No, I'm trapping. Oh, is it a trapping game? No, it's a locking game. You back and forth. You never know.
You'd be real successful.
Absolutely. That's
Manage all those things.
yes. That's our goal. Our goal is to be able to transition from between different distances. Third, second, first distance, which means kicking, punching, chisha, which is grappling. All good fighters should, every single good fighter should know how to manage distance.
You know what fighter comes to mind? In the movie, but students ago, because he would use all that. He would use first up, and then just
lock.
break them and throw
Right,
them out,
right,
and then
exactly.
kick
Yeah,
and
right.
break his leg.
Right.
First movement. Yeah, I know.
I mean, GSP used to be able to do that. Still young, but seems to be able to really to the point. I blame his trainer.
They got kind of one-dimensional last.
Yeah,
fights, huh?
he's great Jackson. It was always a great fight, great trainer. It sucks. Just fights, performance. A student's ability to teach is not judged by how good a fighter he is, but how many good students he turned out.
Yeah.
Because your student's ability reflects you. Your student's attitude reflects you. Okay? That's the mark. Right? So from there, if you start splitting, then yeah, so it looks like this. I'm gonna go, boom, right? Right there. Right? If I want to throw, then it becomes I just use the circle step and you take flight. Because it's that centrifugal force.
Yeah.
When someone is pulling you this way, you're doing this.
We're around him.
Yeah, you're running on the circumference of the circle. He's inside. He's doing this. Woo! You go. Right. So you go. And because the pain, you have to let go. Otherwise, you're gonna break your arm, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So that's elbow against elbow. Yeah. Right? So if you grab this, you grab this. Yeah. Right. See?
Wow.
There. I gotta go. Fire is it.
Do the twist,
Right.
take a flight.
Okay, so now we go from 4 to 1.
4 to 1.
I mean 5 to 1.
Five.
5 to 1.
Right? So left side, 5 is this. 1 is this. Right?
Also stays. 5. So neat, actually, well, yes.
5.
You could also do this or not.
Yes, you can, but your body doesn't like it.
It does it.
Right. So this is why we go through these things to know which one fits better. And if you want to do, if I'm doing, and I want to do this, I need to go this way. Right?
Yeah.
So that means what? 5.
5, 5.
I don't know if you noticed, but it's long, long time ago we've done this. You just don't remember. And look. 1, 1. 1, 1. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
2, 2. Right?
I remember that.
3, 3. 4, 4. 5, 5.
Then we do it together, number 1, 1. Then we say-
Exactly.
Yep.
First you do one side only,
Yep.
then you switch,
Yep.
right? And then you add a punch. Go 1, 2, or 1, 2. Now you do 1, 2, or 1, 2.
4. Yep.
Everything's connected. That's the beauty.
2, 3.
Good stuff.